McClatchy Park, which used to be known as Oak Park. This area has a lot of history, so I just thought it would be really interesting to kind of share some of that as we go through our community tour. Oak Park sits just southeast of Sacramento. It was originally a 230-acre ranch that was subdivided in 1887. It was originally called Oak Park because at the center there was an 8-acre grove of oak trees that grew in the center. It was originally not part of the city of Sacramento, so it attracted a lot of real estate developers who thought they could sell it at a higher price down the road, and a lot of low-income residents who were lured by the fact that there were no city taxes here because it wasn't part of the city of Sacramento. Over the years, the city extended the streetcar into Oak Park, which helped with some of the economic growth. They also added an amusement park known as Joyland, and the State Fair even moved over to Stockton Boulevard, which sits just east of Sacramento. So there was a lot going on here during the early days of Oak Park. Here we can see some views of what current day Oak Park looks like if we're taking a little walk through the park. We can also see Joyland and how it sits today. Great place for kids to come hang out and play. They also have some historical information about the park and old pictures of what it used to look like. With all this growth, the city of Sacramento actually ended up adding Oak Park and a few other surrounding suburbs into the city's map plan, so it was officially part of the city of Sacramento. It developed into a middle-class residential suburb with its own commercial district that is located on Broadway, which was formerly known as Sacramento Avenue. There were brick shop fronts, theaters, and much more that lined this main street of Oak Park. After the Great Depression and World War II, many of these middle-class families ended up moving out farther to other suburbs, which opened the door for African-American families who were facing racial discrimination at the time and being pushed out of their homes into this area. And it ended up becoming known as an African-American neighborhood. There was the Black Panther Party here, a lot of historical organizations that moved this way to help support the community. And then in the 1960s, the streetcar service ended its route coming down to Oak Park. Highway 50 and Highway 99 were built, which actually cut off Oak Park from the rest of the city. And this deterred a lot of people from having to go down the main Sacramento Avenue, past all these shops, and they would just cut through and get to the city through the highway. This increased the growing social issues that were happening around the city, and it also removed major economic drivers from this part of town. Recently, Oak Park has been having an urban revitalization. There's a lot more Latinos and Asians who have moved into the neighborhood. A lot of shops on Broadway have been renovated. Older homes have been renovated and revitalized, and so this area is really coming up, and it's great to see kind of the history and the growth of the city come back. We also have the University of the Pacific. They have a satellite campus here in Sacramento with their McGeorge School of Law, as well as their medical and nursing programs are in this area too. So I decided to walk around town and go see all that Oak Park has to offer, some of the shops along the main road off of Broadway, and it did not disappoint. First up was KC Kombucha. They have all of their kombucha on tap. It's made in-house. She gave me all of the tastings I wanted to have. Everything was so delicious. I walked out with a growler of the lemon hibiscus, I think it was called. Whatever it was awesome. Next stop was the Strapping Store. This is the cutest little gift shop in Sacramento. They have two locations, one in Midtown, one in Oak Park. Literally, you can find anything you want here. I loved this sign. He told me I was delusional. I was so shocked I nearly fell off my unicorn. But literally, you can find the most unique gifts in the store for anybody you're looking for, and it's so inclusive. I love it so much. It's definitely my vibe. We continued on the way to walk past Lemon Husky's Pizza. Definitely should have gone for a slice. Bria Bakery is super well known in the area, and they have the best coffee cake if you're ever in town. Next up was La Venadita. It's a little Mexican spot. Their margaritas are great. They have a lot of plant-based options if that's what you're into. And we also took a little stroll through the Plant Foundry, which is a cute little nursery that has everything that you need for your garden, landscaping. And right next door to them is Oak Park Brewing Company that has an amazing happy hour and outdoor space. The Guild Theater is historic and it's a great place to catch a show if you're in town. It's next door to Underground Books, which is a Black-owned bookstore, and they have a lot of really cool literature to check out. Next door you have Old Soul Coffee Shop. It's a great place to get coffee, obviously, and just come and work. I love to come and work in here sometimes and grab a drink or a bite. Then you have Fixin's Soul Kitchen. Ugh, drooling just thinking about it. Hopping back to McClatchy Park, they have this great community memorial mural for a lot of the people that we've lost due to different types of brutality and racism. And the last thing that makes Oak Park really unique is that it has a great mix of architecture of homes. There's a lot of new modern options that you can look at, nestled in together with some of the older craftsman style homes, and you can see some of those here.